problem with spending. Here, I'll just show you guys. So here's the Chapter 4 Desmos activities. We have a Build Your House activity, running game, produce stand, gas pump, click battle, where you battle robots, yogurt shop, we go buy some yogurt. So, we're still in Chapter 2. So I don't want anyone to get like all confused. We're still in Chapter 2. However, the stuff we've been learning, we keep circling back to like all year long. So we'll keep seeing it just slightly deeper. So if we want, we'll take a vote in a second. 224, this lesson is all about like multiplication of integers and just practicing like how we can rewrite things as multiplication instead. So it's like work on paper, right? Or the Desmos activity that I think we're ready for is the produce stand activity, where we talk about pricing of different amounts of produce. So the vote is do the regular lesson like we normally would, or do Desmos. So we'll do the Desmos vote first. So hands up if you'd rather do Desmos. We will work this democratically. Okay, so let's get on Desmos.com. And if you didn't get a Chromebook out, it was on the start slide.
Next week.
If you're not here for the start slide, it means you were late to class. So, creative start ends at 10:12. That was 7 minutes ago. Nothing in Phoenix is 7 minutes away.
What's 7 minutes away?
She let us out late.
Well, then that's a her problem. Sorry. Here's the start slide again. We're getting into Desmos.
Who let us out late?
What's
Why
up?
are you so
Oh,
proud about
you want my Chromebook and the here.
Can I
So
see a
use
charger?
this.
I can just use a charger.
I know, but if your Chromebook's dead, it's not going to load up quickly. So use this, like for class. And your Chromebook will charge faster if it's not being used. So I would just, Lane, I would put that charger on the back counter. Lane, to your left, there's an open plug, like an actual plug. Yeah, just do that and leave your Chromebook on the counter. So that produce stand is known as the proportional produce stand. Actually, you're going to look at a couple different produce stands, I think. So once you go into Desmos, you can, at the top, click that middle thing that, I forget what it says, but it's like classroom. Yeah, classroom, and then students, or about halfway down the page, you can click like student homepage.
I just clicked students.
So once you get into the produce stand activity,
Start.
yep, go ahead and start it. And now you might want a calculator. So check your bin. I don't know where your guys' bin went. Let's figure that
We
out.
don't win.
So if your bin doesn't have a calculator, I told you to watch out for that happening.
I have 100% true. Well, I have my own calculator that I keep with me every day, so I'm fine.
So down here, there's a thing that says student homepage. Student home. Where you can also click up, and then just like there's a weird like loop you kind of get stuck in. Okay, you can't sit together and not make noises. You can't sit together. So you might want your graph paper to jot some things down on. I should probably anonymize us for us to look at our answers as we are going.
What's an anonymizer? Oh, wait.
So when I do this, your name is going to turn into a notable mathematician that made, like, contributions to, mathematics.
Whoa. Nice. Wait.
So now if you look at your name, you're a famous mathematician.
Who's Cade Thanos?
If you want to know, you can Google them. That is up to you.
Who's that?
If you want to Google them, you can. Yeah, you can. As long as you're actually talking about the math, you can kind of talk through it. Don't talk so loud that you're giving away answers to like other people, because let them think about it. Borrow what? Yeah, absolutely. Oh, I need to move that bin.
Mr. Hudson, a drag queen came up when I said
I did it.
Then there's probably 2 people by the same name. You might have to add math to your search. Or it's a mathematician that's also a drag queen. Who knows?
Yeah, the same drag queen came up.
I mean, it might
It
be.
says the drag queen of mathematics.
Oh, well, there you go.
Mathematics. Oh, look at you again. So,
Lane, is everything okay back there?
the drag queen cheated. It's wiggly. It's like wiggly. And this one is like.
Yeah, because it's my money. Kids don't necessarily take great care of it, but it's fine. As long as it works for its computing purposes. So keep moving on. Once you answer slide 1, move on to slide 2. Thank you for helping get logged in. Appreciate that, student home. I mean, can you cut an orange in half?
What's 30 divided by 12?
So if you were going shopping, just one thing to get you to think about. If you were going shopping and you walk up to the oranges and you look up and there's like a price, what, like, say it's like $1, which that would kind of be expensive, I feel like. It'd be $1 what? It's probably either $1 per orange, or might be $1 per pound, depending on the pricing, right? So the sign in the grocery, you got to make sure you know what it's talking about. Is it per piece of fruit or per pound? We got a lot of us still on this slide. When you're done, go ahead and move on because I want to look at answers, but like after we're done.
Each orange costs 2.
How much do you think 15 oranges would cost? Figure coming back from camp, we might as well kind of ease back into school.
I love this song.
It's just one of my relaxing guitar players.
Like I like it when it's just instrumental. I like trying to guess what song it is.
I like it when instrumental
Alright, so
because
once
it's
it's
not
done,
distracting, but it's still helping me focus.
Hey, if we get done with the Desmos, then we can have a whole conversation about music. Let's do the Desmos first. Stop.
Reading.
6, 10, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6. A lot of agreement. Ooh. I typed out 6 because if 10 oranges is 4, and then you do 10 divided by 4, they're still typing. So a lot of us said 6. So if you are Richard Tapia, you might want to go back and double check your thinking. Right? It seems like we disagree with most of the class. So you might want to go back and double check that thinking.
Wait, dollar sign goes before all of them, right?
Yes, dollars in America, the currency symbol goes in, well, the dollar goes in front, cents would go behind.
Do we have to write how many? Do we have to write one?
Does it ask to explain the reason? So all it asks is how much, so you don't have to explain the reasoning now. So what question? Answer. How does the 15
It's not letting me share.
Yeah, you're not supposed to share.
Oh. There you go. In group.
Ooh, this is interesting. $4, $7.50, $4, $7.50, $4, $4, $7.50. We have a disagreement. Let's make sure we double check what we're answering. How much do you think 15 apples would cost at that stand? So, this disagreement is really interesting to me. And, ooh, I have hands up. It seems like we have strong opinions. So let's pause this for a second and see. Now remember, you can pass, but I'm just using these so I don't have to pick by hands. Jane, do you have a strong opinion you want to share about the apple stand? Everything you have said is true. Eli, strong opinions. Wait, where are you sitting? Strong opinions you want to share? You're all good. Jack, strong opinions you want to share? Come on. No? Donna?
Okay, so it's 7.50 because 10 equals $5, and half of 10 is 5, and half of $5 is $2.50. So $5 plus 2.50 cents, $2.50 equals $7.50.
Okay, so we've got two arguments for $7.50. Anyone want to argue $4?
So the cost of 30 apples is $8, and if you half that, which is 15, that would be $4.
So if we imagine over here 5 more apples, and we do another half of 5, we'd get $7.50.
Yeah.
But if we look at this set of apples, and we look at 15 of half of what? How? So we're getting two different answers. What might be happening here? What might be going on here? Anyone ever go to Sam's Club or Costco or any of those like why do those places exist?
For a big amount of.
Sometimes when you buy a bigger amount, you get a better price. So guys, if we come over here and calculate the price per apple, let's, for a second, even if you're not on this slide, grab a calculator. If we do price per apple, the division we do is dollars divided by apple. So $5 divided by 10 apples is how much?
25.
So these apples are 50 cents. What about price per apple here in the second set? Well, that'd be $8 divided by how much?
2.
How many apples? 30. 0. What?
0.2.
So we'd probably round up, right? Guys, it's almost half price if you buy the 30 apples. But what if you don't need 30 apples, right? So it's really difficult to answer how much will 15 be, because are we getting this pricing or are we getting that pricing? Right? How about them apples?
So both of
Matt? There's not one right answer here.
So they're both
this
right.
is one of those.
They're both right.
Yeah, 4 could be right.
Yeah.
750 could be right. Raiden?
I choose 750 because 15 is the first one is 10 apples for $5.
Yeah,
But 15
I think you're saying the same thing that already got said.
apples would be more than $5.
Yeah.
It's 5.5. But then $4 would be less.
So if the 15 apples did cost $7.50 and 30 apples cost $8, which do you think you're gonna buy? Probably the 30. If that's where the special pricing happens. Yes.
Okay, firstly, are they at different stores? Is there any information
This is, I know what you know, and that's this.
And also, how can places afford to make more for less?
Because then they're moving their inventory. So, like, if that stand at 30 apples is really only charging like 27 cents per apple, they must only be paying like 20 cents per apple, or maybe 15 cents. Like, they're still making money. Maybe not as much. So it's like when you go buy a can of soda from a vending machine and it's like $1. But if you buy a pack of soda at Kroger, you're not paying $1 per can. You're probably paying like 50 cents per can.
Okay.
It's bulk pricing discount is what they call it. Ooh, here. So a lot of us haven't done this yet. So actually, I'm going to drag this away until more of us do it. Ooh, now we all agree. All of us that have done this. All right, keep going. I'll hit play and stop talking for a minute. Man, I gotta... Since we pivoted...
Oh, I should put on the people column screen. These mathematicians are really cool.
That's why Desmos used him, probably. If I say pivot, does anyone know like the reference?
My dad knows.
All right, I got a video that I got to show you guys before we get out of here, because your life is not complete until it's from Friends.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. It's the
See, now you know. I can't sound like I'm not that good at doing impressions, so yeah, I was trying to sound like Ross, but I can't really do a good Ross impression.
Why do I put a W? This third question doesn't make sense to me.
This third question. All right, let's look at it together. So here are the graphs your classmates' answers to the last two questions. Some values are missing from this graph because they are outliers. Which do your classmates agree on more strongly? Well, which one did we agree on more strongly? It looks like all of us said the same thing here. Now be careful if you're just comparing the bars to each other. How tall is this bar? 16. How tall is this bar? 9. Always make sure that you trace back over and check your y-axis. So what we agree on more strongly, and if I go to my teacher view, we all agree that we agreed on the oranges. We also agree that we didn't agree on apples, and we talked about why we didn't agree on those apples. So now let's move on to the new produce stand. I'm going to do that and just pull you guys all here. I know, isn't that cool? I can just yank you to that screen.
I was already on the screen.
Well, fine, it didn't do anything for you then. Well, sorry, if you were ahead of this, then go ahead and move on.
One orange is 75 cents.
So this, I need you like writing what you actually think, because guys, this is like, even though it feels like, all right, we're just doing a thing on the computer, like, this is kind of like a quiz, honestly. And not a quiz that you can like get a progressing on, but.
Okay. So it's basically asking what's the better price.
Wait, why do you press on
No.
coordinates show up?
So guys, if you absolutely have no idea what this word means, instead of making stuff up, Control-C, Control-V. Like, you could look it up if you want. I'm not going to show it to you. If you want to look it up, though, look it up. You will learn more from reading it, and then think, does that go with what your gut had said, proportionality? When is this class over? 54. All right, you can keep working on Desmos, but I have a video for us. PBS Math Club again.
Oh, I cannot
Love
focus.
PBS Math.
Who wants to?
Get out of here.